Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to the Forgotten City. So when we last left off, actually what the bloody hell were we doing when we last played this? Hang on, I need to remember. That's right, we were running around solving everybody's problems. Because, well, okay, it's a little complicated, but the idea of it is that we need to get this one guy elected. In order to get him elected, we have to have him run around, solve everybody's problems. But in order to get him to solve all the problems, I have to know how to tell him to solve all the problems. So I've solved all the problems to learn that. Now I can tell him to solve all the problems, which makes him really popular and increases the chances of him being elected. I need him elected, so we'll let this guy out of his cell. And I can, I think, get a key off of him, which would be a nice thing to have. And then I can get into the cell where there's this tablet, and it's the last of 4 tablets I need in order to, I'm assuming, confront the god behind this. Now I don't know if that's going to be a conversation, if it's going to be a boss battle. I do have a bow and arrow that can turn things to gold, so could work on the god, I don't know. That's just a guess at this point. I have no friggin' clue. So, we're just going to have to play this one by ear and see where we go to. But, hello, you're about to become Mr. Popular.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with the...
I need you to take care of some things though.
Sounds serious. I'm listening.
Okay. Lucy's dying, but Lucretia can't help her with that. So from take some of this and go.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Okay. Rufus has been threatening Virgil. If we give him some of this willow bark, it will really ruin him and he'll settle down.
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufus too, I guess. Alright, got it.
Need to stop Fabio entering the empty shrine and tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabio going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Tell him you know you thank Claudia and that Nero sends his regards. Tell him to withdraw from the election and release his debt bondsman. Oh!
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message.
Okay, fast as you can. Go, 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 go.
Once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
No worries. Right, excellent. Right, now while he's doing that, I am going to run around and... I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, actually. Hello.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
Okay, so, I might as well gather up some muns while I'm at it. What? Nice. So yeah, I've got him running around pretty much solving all the problems at this point. Once he's elected... Okay, so he's working on all that. Excellent. So we may need to tweak a few extra things as well. Once we've got...
Lucretia, no time to explain. I'm supposed to give you the Sylphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be alright. Galerius, you're amazing. How did you know?
I was just doing what the new lady told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting as quickly as you did. Another moment more and we would have lost her.
There goes the, Alright. Arrows, might as well take that. Take that. Sure, why not? I don't need another wooden bow, though. That's good. I'm literally just waiting for him to finish running around doing all his stuff.
My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
Oh, and he's off. Well, I can't wait to hear this conversation. Oh wow, he is actually going in.
What now? I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Yes, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
No. I love him running around. It's so much fun. Right. Okay. I'm trying to think, what else can I do? I'm literally just waiting for him to finish his rounds.
Citizen.
So I can convince him to...
What? Are you messing with me?
I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
Excellent. Yoink. You know, considering there was so much money just left in chests scattered around here, you'd think that what's-his-name would be all like, oh well, you know what, I'll just gather up all this money that people have just left around the place. No, they're all off to their various places.
Citizen.
Hello.
I'm so glad you didn't go through with it.
It wasn't for lack of trying. And now Malleolus is going to... Wait. Why do you
Welcome.
look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius
Shiny.
arranged it somehow.
Really? That's... incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
Yay.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up. Get your strength back.
Okay. Oh.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius.
So I just need to wait for him to not be busy now. Okay, fine, whatever.
Ulpius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to withdraw from the election. I
There
want
it
you
is.
to go and inform-
Okay, so he's going to withdraw.
Sir?
That's good. Weird that their heads still move. But we know they're technically alive in there.
As you wish, sir.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Tell you what, let's head down into here just for a minute. There's a few more coins and arrows I can get. I don't know if I'm going to need arrows. Here's the thing, I don't know if the talk, or you know, whatever it is with the god is the talk, or if it's going to be a fight, so... Oh. Get. Huh. No Never noticed that before. Huh. Yeah, I legitimately never noticed that before. Okay. Ah. Stuck. Because why not? Come on, up. There we go. Woohoo! It is funny considering that you get a sort of a very large yeah, it doesn't change overload, does it? Apparently that only works on people. But yeah, you get a surprisingly large air meter, but there's very few times where you have to really go underwater. At least I can remember, anyway. Alright, so... Malleolus / Quintus.
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I bet you creature don't worry about me. Was someone yelling impossible? Alright, where's Gallius? Is he back at his little farming job? Yes, yes he is. Excellent.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Whoa.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly...
You'd never believe me if I told you. I'm living the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? You're a bit like Sisyphus.
How so?
Sisyphus was a Greek. He was forced. Tantalus. Oh.
Yeah, we've been through all this. Yeah, at least there's that.
Anyway, I don't know what. So,
oh, and I'm running for Manchester. Oh, he's just decided to do that. I have a feeling you'll do great. I have a feeling you'll do great.
That's good. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not.
Okay, cool. Nice. Alright then, so he's standing in the election, that's fine. Should be anyway. Maybe I'll run around and ask people who they're voting for. The fact I got him to run around and talk to everybody. I am wondering, because I know for a fact we can get her to be all like, hey, hello.
Shalom, friend.
Who are you going to vote for?
Galerius.
Excellent.
Alright.
Alright, so Galerius. I called him Gallius earlier, didn't I? You know, I was talking about this with a friend earlier. Well, not earlier, but the other day. How hard it is to keep everybody's names in my mind.
Name's Rufius. Galerius. Sorted. Fun. See.
Okay, so Galerius.
Greetings and salutations.
Virgil.
Ah, a new face. So I
You gonna vote for?
Galerius.
Okay,
Right.
excellent.
Nice.
So that's 3 votes.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings.
Who are you gonna vote?
Galerius. Did you know he saved the life of my...
Excellent.
I hope...
So that's 4. Guaranteed. Who else gets to vote? Soldier Boy gets to vote. I don't think I can change his mind.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
He votes. I really don't think I can change his mind. I doubt that. He's not voting anymore. Okay. There's you.
Salve. Hello there, friend.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Sentius, I suppose.
Can you vote for Gallius? Would a gift change your mind?
Pleasure doing business. Very well.
That's fine, I can afford that. I got plenty of money. In fact, I've got... Yeah, even minus the 3,000 I just gave away, I've got 8,000. So, yeah, plenty of money. So that's 5 votes, I think? I'm trying to think who else there is who could potentially vote. That's fine. We've gotten in there already because it took me so long to remember that there was an alternate way in because I only saw it like one time previously. I'm also just running around collecting up all the crap I can right now, for no other reason that it kills a bit of time. So I definitely got 5. I think that's enough because I think there's only like 8 people. And I think that's everyone. You don't get to vote. Women can't vote. I mean, some women can, but only if they're influential enough. Yep.
Just as the ocean, but it...
Figured it out. I know where we
Say
are.
it.
Underworld.
Then it...
You were.
I thought... I had... he gives...
Sure.
I will bury this... and now...
Figured I'd just make her feel a bit better. Now that she knows I'm not the only one. Right, this isn't going to be the last loop anyway, because... I mean, here's the thing. Even if I get the tablet, confront the god, do all that stuff, that's still only 1 more ending, and there's 4 in total.
Believe a word they tell you.
Okay. Let's go have a word with the priestess, see if we can get her to do the vote now. I don't know if we can convince her to do that. I'm hoping so. She should be up here at the top of the stairs. I'm also gonna make a save before I do this, just in case this goes spectacularly wrong. Hello.
A new face. Ave. It must be completed by dusk. Just the same. It'll be between Sentius. Why do you...
Can we start the election
As
now?
I said, I'm planning...
Only it may prevent conflict between the voters.
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we... Very well.
Good.
Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Alright, so... let's hope this goes correctly. That's why I made the save beforehand, so I can always rewind to the previous save if needs be. Huh. But you gone back to normal. I think that happens if you unload it. Like if you go down into the sewers where it loads a new area, so this area gets unloaded, it seems to reset it. I think. Okay, so he's voting my way, he's voting my way. He is. He isn't, but I don't think I could do anything to change his mind. So we got 5v1 at the moment, as far as I can see by this. Anybody else missing? Nope.
We have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
Excellent, 5v1.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Excellent. Hey, how's it feel? Oh, no.
Glad Galerius won. He deserved
It
it.
gladdens my heart that Galerius set poor Dooley free. I will cherish this moment.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hi there.
Hello? I'm Dooley. Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
That's me.
Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
You're welcome.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
What was it?
He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust.
Alright, I'll help.
Oh, thank you. Here's the key.
Key to the upper cisterns. Excellent.
Hope you find it. In the cisterns, way up high, Hannibal said.
Oh, look over there. Something shining. Maybe it is treasure. I could see it for myself. So pretty.
This is about to go very wrong. I think I should grab the tablet before something bad happens. Hmm. Oh, balls.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Second he gets released. Jeez Louise. Because of course. He wasn't even free for 5 sodding seconds. Then again, that was why he was locked up. That was the point. Okay. Okay, well, might as well make him the big damn hero.
Salve, friend. Well,
okay.
Alright.
Alright, off he goes. Okay, so. 5 seconds! He wasn't out for 5 seconds! Oh, Christ. Oh, God, that was, honestly, that was kind of funny. I kind of saw it coming. I was like, Alright, but we've got all 4 plaques now. So I'm like, I guess I can go confront Apollo. Was it Apollo? No, Pluto. Why did I keep... Well, technically they're both the same thing. But this one's called Pluto, I think. We can do the unlock the upper... I'm wondering where that one leads to. Because we know for a fact there's another 2 endings. I mean, if I go up to the shrine, confront the god, all that good stuff, that's fine. Yeah, he's in a bad mood. Like, that's going to be ending 3, maybe 4. Could even be ending 1, I'm not sure. But that's going to be an ending. Here's the thing, technically speaking, you don't need to vote for, to pay the guy all the money and stuff. Alright, I'm going to make another save here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Alright. What now? Pluto, Osiris, Nergal, Hades. Technically it's Pluto, wasn't it? Oh, balls. Is it Hades next? Okay. Yeah, okay, we got... Oh, Christ. Was I paying enough attention to remember all of this? Osiris? Yes. Oh Christ, old memories come flooding back, and I'm just like, trying to remember all of these. Okay, we know who this one is. The last one left. Ooh. What the? Whoa! What the fuck? What? Why? Modern? What? Huh? Why is there modern technology here? What the flying fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright, this I was not expecting. What the fuck? So, I guess ancient aliens were right all along.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You are unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
So what's your story?
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
You're a god?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Okay, so we've just gone full-blown fucking Stargate here. Like, the ancient gods of, like, Egypt and all the old world were actually, like, aliens. And, like, okay, hang on. So, this is not a direction I was expecting this to go in. I was genuinely expecting to have a conversation with a god, not a person, quote, god. I figured I'd be talking to a statue or something. This is not what I was expecting, okay? Why do you look and sound like a man?
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind.
Right.
In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords. Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Can I see your true form?
No. Long ago, I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
So, the woman to your left is presumably Persephone.
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal. Your gaze lingers too long.
And on your right will be Charon.
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces and goes by many names. Kumutabal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
Okay.
As you wish.
So what is this place?
It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
A wager?
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough, and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave it behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you, without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Who are your kin?
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
So who built the city?
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
Yeah, which we kind of already knew when we went down the hole in that abandoned temple. Yeah. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. How did you decide who comes here?
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random.
The coins.
To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's Obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persephone's along with it.
How did humans learn about the underworld?
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh. His words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning. And in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
So, assuming I'm understanding the implication of that correctly, he's basically saying that any idea of an afterlife, originally referred to as an underworld, these days considered to be an afterlife, is this place. And you only actually get... So, yeah, technically what they're saying is there is no afterlife in this world. It's just this place, which you only get to with the special coins. Interesting, okay.
Of course.
And you're responsible for the Golden Rule?
That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold. And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana. I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all, to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, the silent golden sentinels.
So you're responsible for destroying all these people's lives?
I give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
Oh, well, I'm thinking 6 of one, half a dozen of the other here. If you weren't imposing the rule in the first place, huh? Where do these golden bows come from?
When my kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. Consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
So what do you consider a sin?
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
And yet, he says that you have to be consciously aware of it, but what about Dooley? Dooley is a simpleton. He doesn't understand right and wrong, and yet when he broke the golden rule, everybody got punished. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either. Principle's not as easy to apply as it sounds. Doesn't sound like you've been upholding it either.
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
How do you know when people sin?
I'm able to commune with all the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
Is Persephone connected? I don't want to say that, but...
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Then what an odd question.
I've seen some terrible things here that you didn't consider a sin. How could you let them happen?
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example?
Suicide.
I have seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
Seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. The literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language.
Language is full of ambiguity. Doesn't make the rule inherently subjective and unreliable.
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
Of course not. I'm right and you know it.
Now tell me, what others see?
Price gouging for life-saving medicine, debt bondage, experiments on the golden sex. No wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better at judging right from wrong than any human. Yes, I would agree with that. Price gouging?
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
You wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
You can't know what he would expect, you're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation.
Doesn't that make it inherently subjective and unreliable?
Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
And you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken.
I'm right and you know it.
Then your desire to be right, you will make a...
Oh, I could just kill him?
Do you really...
Let's find out.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
What did I just take? I don't know why I just took that. Now what? Do I need to... Nope. What am I doing now? I've got the crown, now what? Oh. Why did I need the crown? Oh, really? I've got to... Ow. Well, this wasn't entirely the way I thought it was going to go. Missed. Missed. Oh, and loading. This is not what I expected this to end like. Isn't there oh, yeah, there. Hang on. Woo! Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, damn it. Well, I didn't get on the... Ow. What do I need the crown for, then? Wait, where am I going? Up. Wah! Alright, that didn't go quite as I planned. I might want to try that again. So he doesn't like being called a hypocrite. I've discovered that much. So, hang on. I picked up the crown. Crown worn by Perseverance. So what can I do with it? Hello, you.
Salve, friend. Oh, so you? Oh, all right. I'll.
Okay. So why would I need the crown? Like, for what possible reason would I need to get the crown? I've gone the wrong sodding way. What is that? Random. Why would I need the crown? For what purpose? I mean, there must be a reason, right? Because that's what she said. She said, shatter the thing, take my crown. Then what? Let's go see if the statues whisper anything to me a minute. No, nothing from that one. I remember which statues like to whisper at me. I'm not hearing anything from any of them at the moment.
I was just doing what the new lady told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much.
He's still running around doing his job. At least get him voted later on. Oh, there goes the thing. That's just... So yeah, I mean, typical of a god, they're mostly hypocrites, but you could never call them a hypocrite. Huh, are the statues not moving anymore? No, they're moving. I get... Oh, they're all still here. That's surprising. I guess I could do this again. I don't know what having the crown is going to do for me, though. Like, what do I need the crown for? Yeah, we've also got that, which I could actually knock off right now. Because that is over here somewhere. Because I've got that key permanently now. Yeah, there's Scintilla. Okay, yeah, we know about that. Cross that off the list. Okay, so to ask the talk to the philosopher. Reward time. Rewind time and show Pluto you have Proserpina's crown. I can show it to him? Interesting. It also mentioned go talk to the philosopher. Let's go talk to the philosopher. That could be that could be interesting. Because he was the one who was arguing about me with the golden rule. I don't know if anything in particular may come up here.
Citizen.
Or maybe it's just saying talk to him as like a form of practice for talking to the god. Alright, let's go have a word with what's his name down here. Oh, no, in fact, what we are going to do is, once the loading is done, we'll head down, and then we'll take a break, because it's 4 o'clock. Okay, so that didn't go entirely what I expected. I was genuinely not expecting the gods to just be aliens. Like, that was not an expectation that I had. So that was a bit of a surprise. Okay. Ancient aliens were right all along. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see if we can deal with him and all that junk when we get back after the break. See you in a sec, guys. And we are back. Alright, let's see if he's got anything to say.
A visitor.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
We've had this conversation before. You're going to explain that the exertion of power requires to create a utopia with all resulting tyranny.
I was indeed, but we've never met before, have we?
I'm caught in a time loop.
Oh, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought it was I who was...
How would you persuade the god of the underworld to abolish the golem rule?
I assume you're asking me this as some kind of amusing hypothetical?
Yeah, sure.
The way you say that, you met him, didn't you? Why didn't you just say so? I'm only too happy to help. I suppose first I'd want to gather information. I'd want to know about his reasons for imposing the Golden Rule and what he considers a sin. If I could expose some internal inconsistency in his reasoning, some degree of hypocrisy, I might be able to compel him to change his position. But as a philosopher, the saddest truth I ever learned is that all but the most enlightened opponents are more easily swayed by appeals to emotion than by reason. So the easiest path would be to find his emotional susceptibility and exploit it. If he was vain, I might try to flatter him. If he was merciful, I would try to evoke pity. As a last resort, I might figure out what he fears losing above all else, and, if I could, threaten to take it away. Though, of course, that could easily go awry. Now, go quickly while my words are still fresh in your memory.
Yeah. So it is a case of talk him round or appeal to some vague sense he has, or alternatively just show him the crowd like, hey, in the previous loop I broke her seal and I'll do it again if you don't let us all go. I don't necessarily want to go that way. I'd like to try and talk him round, but I don't know if that's actually possible, you see. It might be, might not be. But I guess we can give it another go. We'll go through...
I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his patent.
Citizen.
Oh, good.
I hope you're coping.
Yeah, you know, just having a conversation with a god. It's perfectly fine and acceptable. Alright. Pluto. Fortunately, I got all the answers right first time round. Because I was actually paying attention, believe it or not. Nice looking place.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce... No, but the one and what they will first.
See, this very much implies he's not aware of the time loop. He has literally no idea that I'm stuck in a time loop. He's outside of it. That's interesting. I don't want to do that. I want to try to do this legit. Okay, let's
stop as you wish.
Oh, okay, hang on.
That is.
So this is where I got to.
You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent?
He wouldn't want to be trapped in 30 years labor contract just because of a loan.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
The whole concept of debt bondage like slavery is unethical. It's illegal under international law where I come from.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority, this is interesting. I'm curious, how do people escape poverty?
Yeah.
I see. And how long might it take such a
Decades, sometimes their entire
I
life.
fail to see how your system.
Yeah, he's not entirely wrong.
To a debt bond.
Not the same thing. Of course, never mind.
Now tell me.
Abduction?
Abduction? You mean the magistrate in prison? He did so because she sought to escape. A sin. Better that he stops her from escaping, albeit brutishly.
I disagree with that. No, never mind.
Now tell
Experiments on the golden
the
star.
midwife in the palace, yes.
She wouldn't want to be experimented on if she was gilded.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Applying this.
Okay.
Now tell.
So wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your own moral code is. You're better at judging right from wrong than any human.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp of right and wrong is so perfect that they can be trusted with all this power. You've become a tyrant.
I should strike you down for that.
If you did, you'd be proving my point.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning? Very well.
Alright.
Good. And now, only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been within my power to see into the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this city. How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
Oh, I'm from the future. Do I tell him the truth? Yes, that is entirely possible. I'm from the future?
If that is true, then I sense
Uh-oh.
the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
We cannot know.
I was hoping you could tell me. I came here on my own.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpine has slumbered for 3,000 years.
I guess that means you don't know everything that goes on here?
Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. The answer is, why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
Okay. If you're doing it for love, you should know Persephone doesn't love you. How can you affect life sin when you can't do it yourself? The golden rule is corrupting this city and ensuring you'll never win the wager. Is the golden rule outright corrupting the city? I don't want to do that. I don't think I could win in a fight even with the golden bow. I mean, that would be pretty fun if you could, but I doubt it. If you're doing this for love, you should know that Proserpina doesn't love you. Which I don't think is true. I think she does love him. And I think she's trying to help him in a way that she knows he's wasting his time here in a way by, you know, enforcing this pointless golden rule stuff. And I don't think the golden rule... I'm going to go for that one. Because I just... That one doesn't feel true. I don't think that one's true.
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Didn't you abduct Proserpina prisoner here? You trapped prisoners and get the will. You've given terrorist punishments to 100 people, some for minor sins, and some who committed no sin at all.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
If our positions were reversed, you wouldn't want me to punish you for the sins of other people. Where I'm from, collective punishment because everyone knows egregious crimes. He's not going to care about that.
But I'm a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
In some cases, yes. But not so much.
Of course not. Because that would be absurd. Just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
What makes your kind superior to mine? Can't be so different given that you're in love with one of us.
My love for her does not mean I'm not superior, now that she is mortal.
Sounds arrogant.
Bah! For a moment I thought you might have been building to a point. But I see now you are just a hubristic little creature.
Yes.
That is a very serious...
We go through this in a different way.
Every day. How unfortunate that we are not. Let me ask you this. Do you... Of course...
What makes your kind superior to mine?
Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine.
Lifespan, so you're not immortal then? Why does wisdom and technology make you superior?
Because that is the source of our power over you.
So you think you're not obligated to treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us?
You could say that.
Was it the Roman Stoic said treat your inferiors as you would wish your superior to treat you?
My kin have no superiors.
Yeah, didn't you say Jupiter was your leader? There's a hierarchy within your kin.
That is true. Go on.
So you're treating humans the way you would wish Jupiter to treat you?
Make your point, mortal.
I'm saying is if you can't follow your own rule, how can you expect humans to?
Let me ponder that for a moment. If you are right, then it would follow that all this time I have been in the wrong. But no, the very thought of it grieves me. How can I accept your argument when doing so would make me a tyrant and a monster?
You're not a monster. You're a human and you make a mistake. He's not a human. This is the thing. It's the truth. You committed atrocities and you need to own up to it. Yes?
Your hubris grows tiresome. You will make a fine
Oh, for goodness sake. I was so close.
How dare you?
Hang on, can I... Where did you last? Let's go through that again. I was so close. I think I just picked the wrong one at the end there. Damn it, so close. Where the hell am I? Where are you going to drop me off? Ah, here. Okay, that's not too far away. Good. I'm going to do this. It's just going to take me a while to get through the maze of this conversation.
And here you allow me, but the one and what they will first.
Okay, yeah, don't have any questions.
Good. Oh, it is when I carry on.
Maybe you're getting forgetful in your old age?
You would have us believe that my...
Yeah.
If that is true.
How did you come to be?
I was hoping you could tell me. Didn't you know?
Tread lightly. Enough of this. Why?
Okay. I want you to put an end to the golden rule.
So.
Yeah, hanging if you can't do it yourself. Yeah, it was that one.
Every one of them. How unfortunate. Let me do you.
No. What makes your kind superior to mine?
Where to begin? In which? Because that is the source of our...
Do you now treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us? Yes, we went that way. Two humans away.
Make your point. Let me ponder that. If how?
You're not a monster, you're a human, you make mistakes.
Wait. What? What are you saying?
Humans make mistakes, it's in our nature.
You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning. But that would mean Jupiter, Proserpina's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that?
Perhaps he made a mistake, perhaps he wanted you to abandon the wager so Proserpina would be free from you, perhaps he felt threatened by you and didn't want to challenge because your own kin didn't want. Perhaps he made a mistake too.
A mistake? But he is the best and greatest of us.
You know, better than us, you matter. Perhaps when you took on human form, you took on human foibles as well.
Your words sting me, mortal. But perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. I cannot deny it any longer.
Yes.
I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice, quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend.
Why can't we go to Elysium?
Because doing so would violate the rules of my sacred agreement with Jupiter, and you would receive a hostile reception. The best I can do is return you to the land of the living. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Farewell, mortal.
Sweet. Ah, hey, it worked. Oh, hey, I'm outside what was the temple. That's awesome. Hey, Al! Al, can I just point out, you are a complete fucking idiot. Did you really go through decade after decade of the same day, desperately trying to work this shit out, and I pull it off in less than a week? You're a moron.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Howworth? Came in here to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm on.
Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, preventing the suicide of a man in debt bondage, freeing a falsely accused prisoner, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience, and the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, do I tell him? He wouldn't believe me anyway. Sounds a bit far-fetched.
I don't know, it reads like an earnest account to me. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
Right behind you. Nope, okay. Don't get to go all by ourselves then, apparently. Alright. So is this going to be the same as the last ending? Probably.
I'm going to pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else is ever lured in.
Good idea.
You go on.
Hey, and this will be ending... I'm assuming this is ending 4. I guess.
You're back. But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be here in a moment.
What a relief. Thank you. Why don't you tell me what you just...
I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Are you really?
You can just call me Caroline, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time.
And that truth is?
That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought my rule.
Who are you really?
You can just call. I do that.
Oh, okay.
That
Right. How did I die?
most ask
I suppose
a
not.
wise decision. All you need to know is that
Felicia said the coins Al and I had were the last in existence. What does that mean for you?
it means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course.
Yes, what's so special? I think we went through all this last time we ended as well.
Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and well, a long time ago, my orders were simple.
You mentioned the coin was the last in existence.
It means there is.
Okay. Can you take us back to the land of the living?
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, ferry us home. And that's ending... I don't know. I'm assuming ending 4? Oh, 1 year later? Oh, I didn't get this last time. Private member wing.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. I read your book, and what the critics said about it. I guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you, I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
So I'm assuming that we know the truth, but just us. It seems like... Because, of course, I set my character as being like an archaeologist at the start of the game. I do wonder if this would change as you went along. That looks familiar. Oh.
You're finally here. Remember me?
What? What? What the fuck?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
So what are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
You with a quitter now?
I know! I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
I'd love to come. No, it's good to see you again.
Of course, there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you'd better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
I'll be honest, it's a bit sappy, isn't it? It's like, oh, yeah, all the people got... Oh, sorry, my throat's a bit dry. All the people got teleported into our time, and now they're living modern lives. And like, what?
Oh, hello.
What?
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, And it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this. I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable. Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us, for all of us.
How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
I'll do that. Good to see you
See
again.
you at the wedding, I hope.
This is a bit fairy tale, isn't it? Hello, Dooley.
Hello, I'm Dooley.
I remember Dooley.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I live at Galerius and Equitia's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
Sorry you never found your treasure.
Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
Story boxes are great, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fun.
Good to see you, Dooley.
Bye.
Alright, who else we got? Hallelujah.
You're the Oracle, right?
Oimon's fine.
Oh, of course, sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
So what are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed? And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
You know, I want to see a story about all of these characters and how the fuck they managed to acclimatize themselves so completely to modern life. Because getting punted 2,000 years into the future, that's gonna be a culture shock, isn't it? I mean, just a little bit. Seeing the world through fresh eyes sounds wonderful.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
What happened to Malleus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
I think you're allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Whatever happened to Aurelia?
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently he'd proposed before they'd even met, and last I heard she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Oh god, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, as the Oracle, I foresee terrible disappointment in the future.
Really? Huh. I feel better already. Thank you.
That's fantastic, I love that.
You too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
I'll take you up on that.
I hope so.
Hey, Lucretia.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you. Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So...
what are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
Well, nice to see you.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, I won't be.
Hey.
Horatius.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Hello.
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life, and reuniting Centilla with us as well. So, thank you.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot, but some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
Sorry you never got to see your girl again.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
Well said.
Thanks. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard, but a few of us are going for drinks later. It'd be nice to chat with you some more.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Great.
Happy beauty Domitus.
He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He had more trouble adapting than most. He got himself disqualified from the UFC, so he started some kind of underground blood sport tournament, like we had in Rome. Suppose it appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out, and his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
That's a shame.
Perhaps.
Well, you know, he could have adapted. Oh well, good to see you again.
See you at drinks later, I hope.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you again.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple. She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is, we'll never see him again.
So what are you doing with yourself?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there. Barbarians everywhere.
Of course they'd have an Alexa. Why wouldn't they?
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld. Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Ouch. He did once tell me he wanted to live forever.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
Yeah, nice to see you again,
You
Cynthia.
too. See you around.
Alright. Blimey, so many people. God, there's so many people here. Oh, he's here too.
And here you are. It's wonderful to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Oh, and by the way, I go by Philip now. A fine Greek name. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Do you still think Utopia is out of reach?
Aha! You remember that? I have to admit, I have been profoundly impressed by the advances humans have made these past 2 millennia. The sum total of human knowledge available at our fingertips, miraculous modern medicines, and a series of prosperous democracies. Your contemporaries have come further toward utopia than I ever thought possible, though there's still a way to go.
We'll get there one day.
I hope so.
Good to see you again, old man.
Thanks once again.
Blimey, there's so many people to talk to. But I want to talk to all of them. This is the proper ending, I think, so, you know.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Good to see you too.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Consider me there. Oh, good to see you again.
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
And you are dressed like Fred Flintstone for some reason.
I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
You're welcome.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing with yourself?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I really am.
Nice to talk to you.
You too.
Alright, who else we... Really?
Some soiree, innit? Oh, hello at last. You must be the Oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Dacius.
Hello.
Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
It was entirely unintended.
Such acerbic wit. I love it.
What are you doing with yourself?
I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the Oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
Can't really see the future. But all those sound like solid investments.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Dacius. I won't take no for an answer.
DVD rentals is the bright future. Broadcast television is going to be the next big thing. Print media is going to make a huge comeback.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune.
You just can't help some people. I'm
Of
off.
course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
You really just can't help some people.
Good evening.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
You do.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Sounds noble. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Nice to
And
speak to
you.
you. She must be very happy because she was like a Christian in a time when Christians were being persecuted, and they get punted 2,000 years into the future when Christianity is one of the biggest world religions. Like, she must be very happy with how all that turned out. Hello.
Greetings.
You're looking well.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while, at least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Ready to go poems lately?
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
Well said. Well, good to see you
And
again.
you. Farewell, friend.
Oh, Blumenek. Still more people yet. I'm assuming it's going to be Proserpiner that we're meeting at the end of all this. I'm just guessing that's where it's going. Hello, Kabash. You're even more at your element.
It's an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you doing with yourself?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like you've earned it.
Indeed.
Nice to see you again, man.
Thank you, Oracle.
Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. After you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. Sounds like he got what he deserved.
Mhm.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
I might just do that.
Thanks. You too.
Hi. It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius. I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this? So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
I'm very glad you're happy.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
Nice to see you,
too.
man. Alright, how many more people left? Just the two? Maybe a couple more over there. It's a Virgil.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
Yeah, sadly, that's very true.
You too. If you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
I'll take you up on that. Hello, Rufius. Discovered yourself, did you?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you too.
I go by Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
What are you doing with yourself these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Ooh, anybody else? Or are we finally that woo big? Oh, it's nighttime. Ah, that's nice. So this is where we get introduced to Proserpina, isn't it? She's gotta still be alive.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time.
I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
You were the one whispering to me all along, weren't you?
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues, and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
You did what you could. Thank you. So you created the time loop.
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did.
And what became of Pluto?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
And Charon?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day.
Oh, well, that's nice. Maybe she's going to make a proper afterlife. Pleasure to meet you.
And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
Yeah.
Good, because they remember you. Well
Is that
done,
the noise?
my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas make me proud.
Hey! Canon ending. Ending 4. Yep, straight through to the end. Hooray! And there you have it. That is the big, proper ending of the game. That's lovely. Oh, it's a little mushy, a little sappy, like a little like, yeah. Why were they brought back to my time? That doesn't make any actual sense. But that's a nice ending. I like that. There you go. Ending 4 of 4. Beat the gods at their own game and do all that stuff. So that's really nice. I like that. Oh, well, there you have it. That was ending. That's the proper canon ending. Now, there are, technically speaking, 2 more endings left in the game. I don't, strictly speaking, know how to get them. I've got an inkling I know how to get one of them, which I think is I just take my golden bow and shoot the guy who performs the ritual in the head and turn him into a gold statue, therefore ending the time loop, but in, like, the worst possible way. I don't know what the third ending could be, though. I've still got an hour left on my stream because it's just gone 5 o'clock, so we'll cut back to the main menu. Hey! How to make even better games in the future. Remember, forgotten to your friend, writing a review. Honestly, you know, I don't know how well this game has done. I know that people have been playing it online. I do think it's... because, like, a lot of people know the story of this game, that it was a Skyrim mod, and then, like, the guy essentially, like, quit his job to join up with a few friends and turn it into a full-blown game, which I think is fantastic. I love it when you hear stories like that. Little guys who take their small thing and then turn it into something proper. Like, there was a guy who made a mod for Skyrim who got hired by Bungie. I remember that one. And he actually submitted this mod that he had done as like, hey, this is what I can do. It's like proof of concept. And then there was the guys behind Sonic Mania. You know, they were Sonic fan game creators who then, who were literally hired by Sega to make stuff. I love it when a fan gets sort of elevated up to another level. And there's even the guy behind AM2R who got a job at Moon Studio. And, you know, it's just, I love hearing stories about that. I think it's such a nice thing, you know? And I really do hope that this game has sold well enough for these devs, because I think this is a really neat thing. This is a cool idea. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I got an hour left on today. So I think I'm going to say that this is going to be the last stream. I've got an hour left. I'm gonna see what other endings I can get a hold of. I'm willing to bet, as I say, one ending is shooting, was it Gallius? And turning him to a gold statue so he can't perform the ritual. I get punted back in time, but that's like the worst ending, I would imagine. But as I say, we're going to take a quick break. I don't know whether I want to look up what the third ending is or not. But here's the thing. I will say that this is going to be the last stream of the game. Because we did get the big proper ending. Anything else beyond this is just bonus now. So we'll see where we can get to. Anyway, as I say, going to take a quick break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know where I can load in that's like a good place to be. If we load up that one before I even entered the temple, should be good to go. Don't know if that's before or after I spoke to him, but that's immaterial. Alright, so I'm going to go try and shooting what's his name in the head. Just out of curiosity. Just to see what happens. I get the feeling this is probably going to be ending 1. I don't know what ending 3 could be, though. Whoop. It's not C, it's control, I think you'll find. Oh look, he's dead. That's nice. Alright, I'm going to make a save right here.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Bye-bye.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
There it is. Sucks to be him, I suppose. And then I can just reload the save when I'm done. Hooray! Ooh.
Oh! Hi there. Give me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
How worth? I came in here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm on.
Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Huh. Weird.
I didn't for one moment think it was, but the way you say that makes me wonder. I mean, how many people with that name could there be in this place? I don't understand how you could have been here 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, okay. When I first arrived here in present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
Still have the suicide note you carved into the tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
It's written by a different version. You have changed the past, and so your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this?
Yep.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out, and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
Oh. Sorry.
A mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Huh. Ah, ending 1 of 4. There it is. How many might have survived if you hadn't killed Sentius in cold blood? I am wondering. Ending 3, because ending 1 is obviously, you know, cut the time loop off at any point, you know, by killing the guy who made it. Fine. Ending 2 is going up to the cistern, finding Scintilla, and freeing her. She then kills Sentius, and you know, that's the sin. He creates a time loop, so you know he's dead at that point, and she runs away. Because when we were talking to... Okay. That's obviously the bad ending. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Can we skip? Skip. Let me skip. I want to skip. Please, let me skip. You let me skip last time. There it is. Okay. So that's ending 1. There has to be a way that we can, like, save everybody, or get everybody out of the city, but without, like, you know, doing the whole god route. How do we get everybody up to there? Okay. Because obviously he's not going to be talking to Sentius because he's not going to give a shit. He likes the time loop.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because I'm special. How would we...
Citizen.
Didn't she have a choice to save the other with her? You mean Scintilla? You mean? I'm pretty sure if you try to convince her of that, I'm just gonna go through the conversation with her again 1 minute. Because this is the route, which is sadly locked. Ahoy!
You.
No one sent me.
We.
Sorry, but if I let you go, everyone here is gonna die. You guys let me see my sentence, let you go. Even the worst lives of everyone else here.
It's no use.
I can be fairly persuasive.
Making.
Okay. See, because you have to leave her tied up, because if you untie her, Sentius comes down here and... Maybe talk with Soldier Guy. Because he's looking out for her.
I hope you're coping.
Well enough.
Citizen.
Where's the soldier guy? There he is. Maybe you?
What is it, citizen?
Can you tell me about the
He's one of
magic?
the better commanders I've ever had. Treat you and can't ask.
Well,
by threatening, because it's If you like. Alright.
So not you. It's like he's saying, oh, keep an eye out for Scintilla. Maybe the wife? Sister even? Sorry, get it right. Because I've officially spoken to her, so...
Another one fresh out of the baths. Oh, I wish Horatius...
You talk about Scintilla. Found her father's been keeping her tied up in the upper system.
What?
It's not a joke.
No. Father!
I'm afraid it is.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer.
Well, balls. Okay, well I'm not going to bother going through the loop again, there's no point. Let's just reload the save. Okay. Alright, so don't talk to her about it. That doesn't work. There's got to be a way to do this. It's like how just saying I'm going to kill you is enough of a sin. And actually, like, presumably meaning it. Who else could we... I wonder. The most righteous man in the town here, Gallius. If I told... Can I tell him? I even know.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Salve again? Your sister, he for tan. Oh.
Go on.
Anyway, Oh, now I'm going to keep your secret. Oh,
can I?
Salve again? No. Well, but it. Oh. All right.
So I can't talk to him about it. I'm trying to think if I've ever had anyone I can mention it.
A word they tell you.
To. Because I can't think any... I'm literally trying to remember people's conversations in my head. I can't think of anybody else I could talk to about it. Obviously I can't talk to him, he already knows. Her, no. Who would give a shit? Because we know where the way out is now.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
And it's like, we can't, seemingly anyway, tell people about it. And I'm like, why? Why can we not tell people? I'm missing something here. Maybe... Alright, this is a bit of a long shot. And it probably isn't going to work. Let me reset the loop a minute.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Because I'm thinking... Who do we know that can run around and talk to everybody really quickly? Maybe I can only get this to happen at the start of a loop. Maybe if I tell him to run around and do all the errand... I don't know. I'm literally throwing shit at the wall here to see what sticks. Come on, hurry up with it already, will you? That'll do it. This is about the only thing I can think of. If it's not this, then I don't have the faintest idea. Go round everybody up.
Salve, friend.
Okay.
All right then.
Nope, see that didn't bloody work. Gotta be something.
Salve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, see, this is all normal stuff.
You? I'll go.
So, no, not him. Balls.
Ixion turns.
I'm weighing up whether I want to just look up how to do this or not. I don't know. Do I want to look it up? Because on the one hand, I'm like, well, I wouldn't mind working it out, but I would like to complete it on stream. We've only got about half hour left, so... I don't know. What do you reckon? Look it up? Don't look it up? How curious are you? I mean, I'm curious.
Ove.
Alright, let me look it up, why not? Hang on a second. Got ending 1, got ending 2. Time warp to inform Galerius of everything and have him assemble as many citizens as possible. I tried that. I couldn't. Hang on a second. Let's try a different website. Huh. So, according to this, you do have to talk to Galerius, but I tried that. Yep. I don't know why I keep thinking yes is on that side. It varies game to game. So I've got to find a way to get into the conversation with him about that. Hello.
Salve, friend.
So I can't tell him that one.
Oh.
As I wanted to talk to you.
Well, it's... Alright. Alright.
I don't...
Ah, it's you again. Now.
Why can I not get him?
All right.
Why can I not get him to give the option that I want? That's what the guides are saying to me. That I've got to get was it Galerius, or am I misremembering that? Hang on, I'm just reading up on Reddit to see what people are saying about this. Right, so it's one of two, I think. Okay, I gotta go back and talk to what's her name. According to what I was just reading on Reddit, a lot of people are having trouble getting this one to trigger as well. It seems to be a thing of you've got to trigger the right dialogue both with Scintilla and with Sentius when you say, hey, I know all about your evil scheme. Or something like that. I don't know, it's not very clear why sometimes people get the dialogue and sometimes they don't. But we'll have a word with her, we'll go through her dialogue options and see what we can come up with.
What?
Too dangerous, let me go.
I hate you.
No, okay. Well, that's kind of annoying because we've already had the conversation once before. That doesn't seem to want to work itself out. Alright, let's go talk to what's his name. And apparently I am doing the right things, it's just not triggering for some reason. Hang on, what's the best way down to him? I don't know. Oh dear.
Salve, friend. I'm welcome to life under the golden rule.
Getting a bit on edge.
Good.
I can't believe this is how we're gonna...
Oh, for God's sake. I didn't want to get involved in this. I should have sent what's his name running around.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing?
That's...
What? Help. You're like... Are you...
I am out. Wherever you are.
Sorry.
Scintilla, my love.
I can't even escape and load during a bloody conversation.
I'll have to let...
Right, sorry. Don't care. Ooh, not that way. Where the hell am I going? Oh, screw it. I don't even know at this point.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Yep.
I thought I told you to get out of my...
No. Apparently he's not willing to talk to me anymore either.
I thought I told...
Okay, so... I don't know. Hang on a second, let's go back online to look this up.
On your best behavior, I
People on
trust.
Reddit think it might be bugged. That's not good. That'd be annoying if it's bugged and I can't get it for some reason. Hang on, let me break the golden rule a second. Let me just grab some coins out of this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe this will work, maybe this won't work. Because, you know, that's just bloody mean. Hurry it up, will you? Alright. How about now?
Salve, friend.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not letting me do it, is it?
Yulia. Oh, all right. I'll...
Not letting me do it. Sorry guys, I was really hoping I could get this, but it seems as though... Seems like it might not be possible. That is actually very annoying. Talk to Galerius. Yeah, just can't seem to get it to trigger. Reddit doesn't have a lot of information, unfortunately. Wait a couple of loops and talk to Scintilla again is suggested, which I've done. I don't know. I'm literally just throwing stuff suggesting at Reddit at the moment. If I can't get it, I can't get it. It will be disappointing. I would have liked to, but if the game's not giving me the option, then it's not my fault. I've got the main ending. Here's the thing. I've got the main primary canon endings. And I was very happy with that ending. It's kind of a shame I can't get this last one. I don't know if it's a bug or if some flag I just haven't triggered yet. I don't know. I'll make a quick save before I talk to her and maybe we'll see about... The problem is, once you get locked into a scene, you can't get out of it. And that can be very irritating. Okay.
Okay. We... What?
No person to let us go.
It's no use. You're me. You're back.
What if, hang on. What if I round up everyone so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken?
There's no time. What?
Hang on.
I...
Maybe that will trigger it? That could be it. That could be the one line I never said to her. That could be why it's not there. I had to speak to her a second time to get that. Okay. I don't know if I can speak to Gallius or not. I don't even know where the hell he is right now. I don't know if I need to reset the loop again. That might be the line I needed to trigger. You could still be running around doing all my little errands. Yep.
Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man.
Okay, so I got that line. So if I break the golden rule now, reset, hopefully that will be the line that I missed. Maybe? This is the thing, at this point I've no clue. Like, I really have no idea. Where the hell am I? I'm looking for something I can nick.
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yep. It's fine, we got it. Feels kind of wrong how many times I've done this in the last 5 minutes. Come on, Sentius, move your butt. Okay, I really hope this bloody works. It's all I can think of at this point. Just that one line of dialogue I didn't select the first time I spoke to her. Ah, Super Looper, that's nice. Okay, please for the love of God work.
Salve.
Aha! Got it. Golden Rule is going to be broken soon. You need to quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper system when the ground starts to rumble.
What? That's a big ask. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful.
Just do what you can, pal. Okay. Do what you can. I don't know if I need to wait for him. So yeah, it's because I didn't select that one option in her dialogue, that's why it wasn't available. Which is a bit... It's a bit finicky. Like, I think just talking to her should be enough. Or at least have that as an available option right off the bat. You shouldn't have to speak to her twice to get that line of dialogue. That's a bit annoying. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. Whatever. No, I don't want to go that way. So I don't specifically know if I need to, like, wait for him to round everybody up, or if simply just, like, getting him to do it is enough. I guess we're about to find out. This should be an interesting conversation.
You? Who are you?
No one sent me.
We...
Tell Galerius to lead everyone here with the broken rule is broken so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Okay, I can do that. I've done it before.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I tell you.
So that is how it's going to be. So, you've discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Guess we had to figure out who's going to break the rule. Knowing I would fail every time. I told you I was going to break you.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that?
Oh, I probably couldn't. I'm going to let her have this one.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Hooray, we got ending 3. Took us long enough to get there. I had the right idea, but I didn't have the line. That was why I had to look it up. That was the problem, you see. That's why it didn't work. That one sodding line.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Worth, I came in to find you.
Here I am. I'm sorry.
I was hoping you know who I was.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her cap. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive. Apparently, Scintilla and a handful of other citizens managed to escape, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Yeah, that was me.
What?
Yeah, you were hanging quotes from the noose. We've been through this.
Look, God, what I've spent this is...
It's written by a different version of you. Help Scintilla kill the man who opened the time portal.
So you're saying,
happening.
Because a man from 2000...
Now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then.
How about we get out of
Maybe
here?
We can escape through the same aqua...
It's right here in the system. Follow me. Alright, so I'm imagining this is probably going to play out pretty similar to the other ending. I already know what he's doing. Oh.
I'm going to pause here for a moment and make sure nope.
Good idea.
You go on.
Okay, well, you didn't need to tell me that. I already knew, but nice. Wonder if Charon's got any more information for me. Hello.
You're back. But
You be right along.
why don't...
I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. Over the ruins of an ancient underground city.
I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who are you really?
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you. I do that most people find
And the truth
that
is...
you die. My rule.
So yeah, how did I die?
Most ask
Suppose
or
not.
wise.
This is said coins Helen I had with last in existence.
It means I am now there is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody.
Oh right, because of course, technically speaking, this version of me has met with Pluto. Because I failed to talk him round first time. And... Right, okay, that makes sense. What's so special about the coins? You turn this land to living.
No point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you.
Kinda lost track of time, and there was a tablet describing supposedly the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been. All we can do is take this gift you've given us, and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Oh yeah. Hey, the ones that got away, as opposed to the one that got away. There it is. Huh. Well, how about that? And there's ending 3. Funny how the number of statues on this end screen actually changes depending on how many people you freed. Because it's like ending 1 is that you didn't free anybody. Ending 2 is that you freed one person. Ending 3 is that you freed a few people. And ending 4 is that you freed everybody. Which is obviously why 4 is like the best ending. So, well, there you go then. There you have it. That is... that are the 4 endings of The Forgotten City. This was really good fun. Like, I legitimately enjoyed this. The writing was fantastic. It had some really good twists and turns in it. Working out the time loop mechanic was pretty good. Like, it plays very differently to, like, Outer Wilds. Because in Outer Wilds, like, the time loop is a literal 22 minutes. Whereas in this one, the time loop it's a little more variable, and if you just leave it to play out, it's much, much longer. So that you can accomplish a lot more in the same span of time. So, yeah, I legitimately enjoyed this game. I will be very curious to see what these devs do next. Because they kind of hit the ground running. I mean, this game isn't perfect. It's a little clunky here and there. Obviously, it's sort of, in a way, maybe held back by its initial roots of being a Skyrim mod. But I do think they moved as far away from that as they could, whilst maintaining the original premise. So, yeah, just in general, this game is just really good fun. I honestly can't complain about it too much. As I say, it's not a perfect game, and, you know, I don't really know what else to say. You know, I have talked about it at length, all told. But yeah, good writing, voice acting was really good. Graphically looked very impressive for obviously just, like, you know, a very small team of people essentially working on an indie game, having quit their jobs, you know, so, you know, that's really cool as well. Just, yeah, honestly don't think I can praise the fun of this game enough. It's so enjoyable. Like all the little, like the fact you have to take, like, you know, like the first time you're almost certainly going to get caught by the assassin who tries to kill you. And then like after that, but no, then you've got the knowledge in the next loop, and that kind of stuff is all really, really good. So, yeah. Anyway, so obviously that is an end of this. We've seen all 4 endings now, including the primary ending. I do like the primary ending. I know I said that it's like, oh, it's a bit schmaltzy, which it is, but I do like it. I think that is a very nice sort of happy end to have. You know, you essentially talk down a god, and you know, it's effectively everybody here gets a reward, including all the people who've been turned to statues. Like, that was almost a bit too far for me. I'm like, was that necessary? But fine, whatever. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.